November 6, 2026, Persian Gulf, 2:14 a.m. local time. A U.S. Navy carrier group is operating in international waters on a routine nighttime patrol. Sensors are active, weapons are secured, airspace is monitored. At 2:14 a.m., radar and electro-optical systems confirm a coastal launch. Alarms sound. A missile is in flight toward the carrier group. Guidance is active. Trajectory and targeting solutions update in real time. Most militaries treat this as the moment to fire back. The U.S. Navy does not. No interceptor leaves the rail. No explosion lights the sky. Instead, the response is methodical and quiet. The sequence follows standard procedures: radar confirmation, threat classification, defensive posture shifts, electronic warfare readiness, and command-level decision-making. Each step sharpens the common operating picture and buys time for measured action. This is not passive inaction. It is controlled restraint. It is discipline over reaction. The intended outcome is often silence, not a firefight. How does it work when victory means holding fire? 2:14 a.m. The first radar return appears on the Combat Information Center's displays. A faint, fast-moving object rises from the coastline. In less than 2 seconds, the SPY-6 radar on the lead destroyer registers the track and assigns it a unique identifier. Simultaneously, the E-2D Advanced Hawkeye, orbiting above the carrier group, sweeps the same sector. Its airborne radar confirms the trajectory and relays the detection over Link 16. Within seconds, data from multiple sensors, shipboard radars, electronic support receivers, and the E-2D's aerial vantage merge through the Cooperative Engagement Capability Network. The result is a single, composite track fusing raw hits into a unified picture. Each vessel in the strike group sees the same threat icon, updated in real time. Correlation logic filters out clutter and false alarms, comparing velocity, altitude, and radar cross-section. The network's latency is measured in seconds. Operators watch as the system resolves ambiguity: friend or foe, decoy or real missile. The E-2D's data overlays with the destroyer's SPY-6 returns, confirming the missile's profile and heading. No single ship stands alone. Information flows across the formation, each sensor node contributing to the shared tactical picture. The combat team receives a clear, correlated track, ready for immediate classification. In the Persian Gulf's dense electronic environment, this rapid fusion is the foundation of defense. Human judgment now takes over, but the machines have already done the work of turning scattered signals into a warning everyone can trust. 2:15 a.m. The Tactical Action Officer stands at the center of the Combat Information Center, eyes fixed on the threat track. The system has done its work. Now judgment takes over. The missile profile, speed, and heading appear on every console. The Tactical Action Officer reviews the data: launch origin, flight path, radar cross-section. No friendlies are in the immediate area. The object matches the signature of a shore-launched cruise missile, but ambiguity remains. In the Persian Gulf, clutter and deception are common. The rules of engagement require certainty before any weapon can be armed. The Tactical Action Officer consults the ship's standing orders and the latest operational directives. Every missile track is filtered through a checklist: range, trajectory, guidance type, and one threat to the formation. An internal loop begins: recommend posture, await confirmation. The commanding officer is summoned to the Combat Information Center. Both officers know the consequences of a wrong call. The memory of past incidents like the USS Stark shapes every decision. The threat is classified as probable hostile. Defensive posture shifts instantly. The ship's electronic warfare suite powers up, ready to disrupt or deceive. Hard kill systems remain on standby, but are not armed. The formation tightens. All communications are encrypted. No radio chatter leaves the ship without clearance. The Tactical Action Officer relays a recommendation: hold fire, prepare soft kill options. The commanding officer concurs. The strike group's command node receives the update over Link 16. Across the carrier group, every ship aligns to the new defensive posture. The clock keeps ticking. The missile closes the distance, but the response remains silent. No interceptor is launched. The decision to wait is deliberate, measured by doctrine and experience. 2:15:16. The Electronic Warfare Supervisor issues a single command. The ANSLQ-32 suite, already powered, shifts from passive monitoring to active engagement. Within milliseconds, the system sweeps the threat frequency band, searching for the missile seeker emissions. The display lights up with a spectral fingerprint, radar-guided, X-band, consistent with known coastal missile inventories. Operators cross-check the signal against the database. The match is solid. Jamming algorithms load automatically. The SLQ-32 transmitters begin broadcasting bursts of tailored noise, raising the ambient signal floor. The missile seeker, hunting for a ship radar return, now faces a wall of interference. Guidance circuits struggle to maintain lock. At 02:15:19, a second layer is added. The Mark 53 Nulka decoy system is authorized. 2 canisters fire in quick succession, arcing out over the water. Each decoy deploys a hovering beacon, simulating the radar signature of a surface combatant. The missile seeker, overwhelmed by jamming and flooded with false targets, recalculates. Algorithms on board the missile weigh the strongest return. The Nulka active signal, designed to mimic a ship but with a much larger radar cross-section, draws the seeker away. The decoys drift downrange, pulling the threat off-axis. The electronic warfare team monitors the missile trajectory. The threat icon on the tactical display shifts. The missile begins to veer, its guidance corrupted, its target lost in noise and deception. No shipboard weapon is fired. The defense is silent, invisible, and complete. Soft kill measures have done their work before any hard kill option is needed. The Combat Information Center logs the engagement, noting the sequence: detection, jamming, decoy launch, missile deflection. The clock continues. The threat recedes. The strike group remains intact, its position uncompromised. 02:15 and 23 seconds. The decision moves beyond the Combat Information Center. The strike group commander, stationed in a separate flag bridge, receives the engagement report over the secure network. Legal advisors and senior staff gather by encrypted communications, reviewing the latest threat data alongside the rules of engagement. In the Persian Gulf, every use of force is measured against strict proportionality clauses. No action unless the threat is unambiguous and imminent. The missile, now veering due to electronic countermeasures, no longer tracks toward the formation. The group's posture remains elevated, but authorization to fire is withheld. The process is deliberate. The rules of engagement, drafted for crowded sea lanes and political flashpoints, require positive identification and a clear demonstration of hostile intent. Commanders consider not just the tactical picture, but the strategic environment, oil tankers nearby, Allied vessels on parallel courses, and the risk of miscalculation. The Theater Council, a uniformed legal officer, weighs in. International law and standing directives demand restraint if the threat can be neutralized without lethal force. Past incidents like the USS Stark in 1987 are never far from mind. Each layer of command, from ship to strike group, adds a filter designed to prevent a mistaken launch. The hold fire decision is formalized and disseminated through the formation. Every ship receives the order: remain at the ready, but do not escalate. In these waters, discipline is the message. The absence of a return missile is not hesitation, but discipline. The strike group's ability to neutralize a threat without crossing the threshold of force is a demonstration of both capability and control. May 1987. The USS Stark, patrolling the Gulf, was struck by 2 Exocet missiles fired from an Iraqi Mirage. 37 sailors were killed. Investigations cited radar confusion and delayed threat identification, driving reforms in sensor fusion and identification protocols. April 1988. The USS Samuel B. Roberts struck an Iranian mine. The U.S. launched Operation Praying Mantis, destroying Iranian naval targets in the largest surface battle since World War II. The escalation highlighted the risks of kinetic response in crowded waters. Over the next 2 decades, U.S. ships faced repeated harassment from Iranian fastboats, lasers, and GPS spoofing, including incidents in 2004, 2008, 2016, and 2019. Each encounter was met with emission control, electronic deception, and restraint, not gunfire. In 2007, British sailors were seized. In 2019, tankers were attacked and the Stena Impero was boarded. That same year, Iran shot down a U.S. drone. Retaliatory strikes were prepared, then called off. Each incident left a record. Restraint was learned, not assumed. By 2:20 in the morning, every radar sweep, electronic warfare transmission, and command decision from the incident is sealed within the ship's data logs. The Combat Information Center archives these files under Navy directives, time-stamped and digitally signed to lock in the exact sequence of events. Chain of custody begins immediately. Logs are transferred to the commanding officer, then relayed through encrypted channels to 5th Fleet headquarters in Bahrain. Within hours, analysts at Central Command review the files, verifying each radar track and electronic countermeasure with millisecond precision. Precision is critical. Allied partners receive sanitized versions, allowing for joint validation without exposing classified methods. Sanitized distribution preserves operational techniques. These records, retained for years, form the official account. They confirm that the missile's trajectory changed, that no weapon was fired, and that the threat was resolved through electronic discipline. In the aftermath, this silent archive stands as proof. The strike group's dominance required no explosion, only a complete record of control. In today's high-stakes waters, silence remains a weapon. Every restrained response signals to rivals that real power lies in control, not chaos. As electronic warfare shapes tomorrow's standoffs, deterrence depends on discipline, not firepower. Modern security is measured by what does not happen. Share your perspective below.